another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, chatty with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Fight only finish for the weak ones. So when that call you, watch how you respond. Dog, face your fears, fight your demons. Can't be firm, we go to a tribulation. See it's a heavy load, say that chatana. Have a legacy fi build, so me fi carry on. And the dog days pray fi go to the storm. Now give up none time, cause that's what we want. Solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Solid, just like a rock. Spiritually we fight a lot. They trap them, said ya cancel that. You just can't stop me, not try do that. Got to be careful of negligence. Move wise, use up your intelligence. Guard of honor like the presidents. Progress and its evidence. Me no care how much time they want turn me down. Things say me woulda tumble down. Chant to me ancestors speak Congo drum. That's why me know me have to overcome. Stand firm and not lean for no one. You can set up your own program. Have the whole world a sing out your slogan. No time in a slow down. Plus with
solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. There's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, chatty with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. The fight only finish for the weak ones. So when that call you, watch how you respond. Dog, face your fears, fight your demons. Can't be firm, we go to a tribulation. See it's a heavy load, say that chatana. Have a legacy fi build, so me fi carry on. And the dark days pray fi go to the storm. Now give up none time, cause that's what we want. Solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Solid, just like a rock. Spiritually we fight a lot. They trap them, said ya cancel that. You just can't stop me, not try do that. Got to be careful of negligence. Move wise, use up your intelligence. Guard of honor like the presidents. Progress and its evidence. Me no care how much time they want turn me down. Things say me woulda tumble down. Chant to me ancestors speak Congo drum. That's why me know me have to overcome. Stand firm and not lean for no one. You can set up your own program. Have the whole world a sing out your slogan. No time in a slow down. Plus with
solid, Johnny with the heavy load. Don't panic, cause every another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid. Johnny with every Lord, don't panic. Cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
From the islands, from the east to the west side, that's my land. The secret was my home. So that's my home. So when we been a suffer, nobody not been a fight for we. Now everybody want a piece of. We started reach the sin, well, and where before them bring exam for final food. We know how that fill up their minds, you see. And how that make them a rival way. We just wish them could have seen all of the years they been a suffer like that. Me say forever, forever and ever. A secret was my home. A secret was my own. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but the secret boy is forever my home. Remember childhood days, the by the riverside and laugh and play. The black water when I learned to swim back then, still living in my memories. Always try live good with neighbors. From them cry we are for assistance. And when we didn't have much, everybody liked us. That's why we don't believe that. When we see it on the media, yo, them coulda tried claim peace in my land. When we never see none of them when struggle, me not go on. Yo, a kind of leader. Fight down poor people for land where them grow up on. Most generous people in the world. From anyone knocked, we are open with doors. But forever, forever and ever, a secret boy is my home. A secret boy is my own. Yeah. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but a secret boy is forever my own. Forever my own. A secret boy is my own. Secret boy is my own. Yeah. So forever, forever, forever. A secret boy is forever my own. From the islands, from the east to the west side, that's my land. The secret was my home. So that's my home. So when we been a suffer, nobody not been a fight for we. Now everybody want a piece of. We started reach the sin, well, and where before them bring exam for final food. We know how that fill up their minds, you see. And how that make them a rival way. We just wish them could have seen all of the years they been a suffer like that. Me say forever, forever and ever. A secret was my own. A secret was my own. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but the secret boy is forever my home. Remember childhood days, the by the riverside and laugh and play. The black water when I learned to swim back then, still living in my memories. Always try live good with neighbors. From them cry we are for assistance. And when we didn't have much, everybody liked us. That's why we don't believe that. When we see it on the media, Yo, them coulda try claim peace of my land. When me never see none of them when struggle, me not go on. Yo, what kind of leader? Fight down poor people for land where them grow up on. Most generous people in the world. From anyone knock, we are open windows. But forever, forever and ever, a secret boy is my home. A secret boy is my own. Yeah. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but a secret boy is forever my own. Forever my own. A secret boy is my own. Secret boy is my own. Yeah. So forever, forever, forever. A secret boy is forever my own. From the islands, from the east to the west side, that's my land. The secret was my home. So that's my home. So when me been a suffer, nobody not been a fight for it. Now everybody want a piece of. We started reach the sin and where before them bring exam to find a help for it. We know how that fill up them eyes, you see. And how that make them a rival way. Me just wish them could have seen all of the years they been a suffer like that. Me say forever, forever and ever. A secret boy my own. A secret boy my own. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but the secret boy is forever my own. Remember childhood days, the by the riverside and laugh and play. The black water when I learned to swim back then, still living in my memories. Always try live good with neighbors. From them cry we are for assistance. And when we didn't have much, everybody liked us. That's why we don't believe that. When we see it on the media, yo, them coulda try claim peace of my land. When we never see none of them when struggle, me not go on. Yo, what kind of leader? Fight down poor people for land where them grow up on. Most generous people in the world. From anyone knock, we are open windows. But forever, forever and ever, a secret boy is my own. A secret boy is my own. Yeah. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but we're ready to go with Courdel Jones. You know it's gonna be real from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Time to feel the flow. From your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way.
energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, turn and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Cordel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Cordel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Cordel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It's the 31st of January 2025, and it's the end of January already. 1 month in, 11 months to go. February, it's a MASH month. We're heading into celebrations. We should see the it's the consideration of estimates, and then I think the pass the budget. So we should be winding down on the debate aspect of budget 2025. I think Senior Minister within Office of the President, Dr. Ashmi Singh, with responsibility for finance and public service, he would have made his final presentations last night. And the next aspect will be the consideration of estimates, the passage of the budget. Quite a few things for us to discuss this morning, but I wanted to share something that I saw this morning, and I must say I think it's I don't know what to show people, so please bear with me. So I saw something that a lot of us have never seen, and it just goes to show that if you persist long enough, you can actually find things that you don't think exist, right? So please, y'all remember you saw it here. I took the time to find it so that all of you can see it. Share the live, guys. Share the live. So this is an elusive gesture. Elusive, right? Folks, take some time, cast your eyes on the smile of Aubrey Norton. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible, folks. Aubrey got a smile on his face. Right? Please remember that you are signed here first. Annie Chan, Dale Henry, Jamila Kayum, Lance Henry, you saw it here first. So never let us say again, this man don't notice much. If he's opposing progress, development, and a budget that will continue to transform this country, that is his happiest moment. You understand? That is his happiest moment. So not a boy or girl ever say again that Aubrey Norton can't smile. And y'all remember and invite your friends and family to come and like Livewire TV and watch the program, because you saw it here first. Aubrey Norton smile. And this is one of the things that's waking me up every morning to come to you guys, to bring you exclusive things like this. Exclusive. Oh my goodness. Trouble. Now, guys, as you would know, yesterday the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party had his press conference, and he touched on a number of topics, notably the opposition's budget debate criticisms, and he labeled them as predictable and unfounded. Now, the opposition has stuck to its predictable talking points, falsely claiming that infrastructure spending does not benefit people, complaining about borrowing, and claiming they govern better. Claiming they govern better. Now, we all know better. We all experience, those who live in Guyana, experience that 2015 to 2020 period of stagnation, of worry when we had to deal with COVID-19 and we didn't have a sensible approach. We've heard here ministers of government remind us about having a COVID hospital that was completely empty. Now, these arguments ignore facts that infrastructure is essential for economic growth. Borrowing is used responsibly for long-term investment. And under their tenure, 2015 to 2020, was marked by economic stagnation and high levels of corruption. Now, the opposition tends to try to distort the history in relation to elections in this country, right? Now, they do this by trying to cast doubt on GCOM's ability to conduct elections, despite international validation of the 2020 elections as free and fair. And yesterday, I played a clip of a video of Nigel Hughes saying that they're going to engage the international community. I was asking you guys yesterday, which international community they're talking about? Which ABC, the ABCE countries all came together and said, hey, y'all lost this election, y'all are riggers. But they didn't say they're riggers directly, but they said, jiggery pokery going on. Commonwealth said the same thing. CARICOM said the results reflect that the people win. Who are you going to? Who are you going to? Right? No, the real threat to free and fair elections came from the PNC-AFC-led attempt to rig the 2020 elections, and not from the electoral system itself. And that's what we need to remember. Now, they might have engaged personnel in there, but that is not a rating on the entire GCOM machinery, because they had staff there who just went to work to do their jobs on that day. They didn't benefit from anything like we would feel and then go to subvert the will of the people of Guyana. Now, the opposition's record of dishonesty and contradictions is long, long, long. Members of the opposition, including Vincent Adams, Nigel Hughes, Cathy Hughes, they are attempting to whitewash the history and mislead the public about their governance and their failures in government. A prime example is the Amila Hydro Falls project. The opposition blocked the project despite an IDB commitment, now falsely claimed that this project was never viable. And you know, sometimes I say, I don't like them. And it's because of the bare-faced attitude that they portray in terms of how they operate. Right? Now, what I'm explaining to you is this. David Patterson went, stood in the National Assembly and said, oh, they said don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. They said don't do this. It's knowing very well he's being scandalous. Look at his signing bonus. Winston Jordan denied receiving this from ExxonMobil, only for it to be related that it was a gift. Then it used to go to international court, and Look at telecommunications liberalization. The APNU AFC promised in 2015, but failed to deliver in 5 years. When the Irfan Ali administration came in, they achieved it within 1 month of returning to office. Now, let's be realistic. The budget 2025 delivers real benefits to these people. The government has prioritized job creation, housing, infrastructure, education, tax relief. Infrastructure spending ensures future economic growth. You can't eat infrastructure, but you can't grow without it either. Or you got big fancy hotel and you got no road to drive on to get to it. You're building new wharf and all kind of nonsense, but you got no road for the trucks to move the containers to the people who are actually got to sell the goods. Or you cutting down traveling time when one side of the bridge got locked off in the afternoon so they could let traffic out to the city. How are you encouraging persons to ship their stuff from Brazil to Linden to create more activity in Linden if you got a 1-lane bridge to get from Wismar to Mackenzie? How are you driving growth in the regions when CPL could only come and play at the National Stadium? Now it could play in Palmyra, it could play in Linden, it could play in Anna Regina. You understand what I'm trying to show you? Now, because we carry crash grant, 55,000. The income tax threshold increase about to 130,000. Old age pension is now 41,000. All directly help citizens. Because we care to everybody in school, everybody get a little more money on the pay as they're getting taxed as much. Old age pension increase as promised in the BDD manifesto. 100%. Right? 100%. That's aside from the $100,000 saving newborn baby. Oh man. Oh man. Now, we must highlight the opposition's incompetence and lack of vision. The opposition makes wild, uncosted promises. One recent promise would cost $1 trillion per year, right? $1 trillion per year. That is double the annual oil revenue of this country. They claim Guyanese were better off in 2020 than today, ignoring the massive improvements under this PPPC Irfan Ali administration. They continue to complain about borrowing, but fail to understand the basic economic principles. Guyana's debt is one of the lowest as a percentage of GDP globally. But want to go to the National Assembly and act like they understand actually what it what is wrong with you? Acting like they understand what they're talking about. These people are struggling. Now let's look at the racism and the elitism in the opposition. The opposition weaponizes race to divide Guyanese while favoring an elite few over ordinary Afro and Indo-Guyanese. Perfect example is the CSOs, right? If you look at land allocation under the APNU AFC, it went to a select few. Ordinary citizens were not among them. More so, young Black entrepreneurs or Afro-Guyanese entrepreneurs, they were left out. A community that supports the coalition or the PNC wholeheartedly too much gas in it. Yeah, that supports the community supports that party holistically. Could you believe that during that period, not one single house lot in the community of Linden or around that area, but one man can get 2,000 acres or 200. It's 2,000, I think 2,000. If it's 200, sorry, it's not. If it's not 2,000, sorry. But if it is, you're terrible, and they terrible to give it to you. You understand? One man, and I don't even think he could rally the voters in Linden to support him. You understand? As he says 200. 200 acres. You know how many house lots you could put on that? Do you know how many house lots you can put on that? But they didn't think the people of Linden needed that. They thought the people of Linden needed to have their land and they'd have to keep living field so that he could rigorize the elections. You understand? Now, the opposition claims the PPPC is corrupt, but I reiterate, Patterson, Cathy Hughes, Winston Jordan, they were at the center of massive corruption scandals under the APNU AFC. I will add George Norton. I will add Kevraj Ramjatan, ministers of government at that time. We all know about Cathy Hughes and her conflict of interest with her company being awarded government contracts as she was the minister, not even in another ministry, in the same ministry. Yesterday, the General Secretary shared with us, and as Ashik Kusun said, kettle talking about the pot and go bottom black. Terence Campbell, with all them taxes we buy go. You know something? I think the government should stop giving big business tax write-off. Give regular Guyanese who can't afford to pay the taxes or the late on taxes a tax write-off. Not these people. $138 million write-off. And he claims he's an advocate for anti-corruption. Anti-corruption advocate. $138 million you evaded in taxes. And sometimes this is upsetting because the small man, if this was a regular Guyanese, you hear me? A regular Guyanese, GRA would apply more pressure, man. People like Terence Campbell should feel the pressure for not paying their taxes and not doing what they're supposed to do. The General Secretary went on to talk about economic growth and other revenues. Now, Guyana's economy has grown 71 times larger has grown 71 times larger than in 1992. Yet the external debt remains around the same level in nominal terms, unlike the PNC, APNU, AFC's heavy tax approach. The PPP is borrowing to invest in future growth, not to sustain recurrent expenditure. Over 500 billion in oil revenue is being directed towards healthcare, education, and housing. And this ensures long-term benefits for these people. Right? Now, he also took some time to touch on the infighting that's happening within certain political groups. And we must understand that right now the opposition is deeply divided, with the AFC and the PNC fighting over leadership. So the other day, I was at a friend's house, and about 7:30 in the night, see a Zoom link come in, AFC got press conference. I said, well, what they could have to tell the Guyanese public. They couldn't wait till morning. They couldn't wait until morning. So Babs Loggins sit down, Nigel Hughes about MOU and some man is gonna wait till morning. One of the reporters there asked about, if they were supposed to coalesce, what would happen in terms of the presidential candidate. That just said science. Science will have to determine that, you know. So, make everybody feel a science. You don't give them an educated approach. But Party Abraham had a different perspective. Man said, hello, anything happening, I am the presidential candidate. I have no time with no nonsense. What are you talking about? You are confidentiality and what? MO? No, 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 no. I am Aubrey Compton Norton, the alleged president in waiting of I don't know which country, but he waiting. So I don't understand why Nigel Hughes. And you know what? It's what is the definition of ignorance is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. The APNU, well, the PNC has shafted the AFC. You understand? In no uncertain terms, shafted them without any sort of lubricant applied. And probably with a few, shafted them. Now, this happened in quite a few times during the 2015-2020 period, right? In terms of what they would have agreed to in the Commonwealth Accord and that kind of thing, right? Why would you think going back into arrangements with the same people who had no time with you before would turn out different, right? So this Nigel Hughes versus Aubrey Norton, and the AFC as a group attempting to push Hughes as the presidential candidate over Norton is helping to expose for the dysfunction. But as I said, Norton not happening. No, there's an online poll, right? And it's clear that it's an attempt to manufacture support for Hughes and undermine Norton's authority, right? To get people to the masses to say, well, we want Nigel Hughes. But again, pot and kettle, same thing, both are your bottom black. Right? Both of them. Pause. Now, let's move on to the government's commitment to progress. Now, the PPPC administration, we see that they remain focused on delivery. There's massive investments in roads, massive investments in housing, massive investments in healthcare, massive investments in education, massive investments in tourism, massive investments in the traditional sectors. They have been ensuring that Guyana benefits from the oil resources of this country. And at the end of the day, we see that there's a genuine effort, despite hurdles that may arise, to transform the lives of Guyanese. Budget 2025 prioritizes cost of living relief, tax cuts, job creation, and economic diversification. Something that budgets between 2015 and 2020 lacked. The opposition wants to distract from these achievements, but the facts speak for themselves. Guyana is on an unstoppable growth trajectory under the Irfan-led administration. Right? Unstoppable. Again, I'm telling you, when you could see somebody like James Bond, a die-hard, if you cut, he probably bleeding green, supporter of the PNC could say, I am supporting President Ali's second term, you know that he must be seeing something that makes sense. He must be seeing massive transformation to take such a stance. And again, I remind you, y'all go back and look at the show that I had here with him here on this program, where he was coming back to rally for Bobby Norton to become the head of the party at the Congress and then go on to win the elections. So clearly, James has looked over there and said, hey, this not making sense. What are we doing? How I gonna put this man as president? This ain't making sense. And that should show Guyanese, especially young Guyanese, there's nothing sensible to be offered to you over there. Nothing sensible. I see the, oh wow. I see the morning to the Guyana ambassador to Barbados, Mr. Harry Gill. I just realized like my volume was a little low. I don't know if you guys are hearing me better today. No. But it had to be something serious that would have caused James Bond to move on. Because as I said, die-hard supporter from little boy. You understand? Anyway, we're moving on. I was telling you about pot calling kettle, telling kettle about how we bottom black. Listen, I listened to Dr. Ashley Kisu's presentation, and I was happy that she took the line that she took. Now, Dr. Kisun slammed the APNU AFC for protesting her seat in Parliament, despite the APNU AFC's history of squatting in office for 5 months after the no confidence motion in 2018. How you could talk to the doctor? How you could talk to the doctor and tell her everything? Huh? What's wrong with some of these people? What's wrong with some of these people? I finally get his stuff from Shukwan. Shukwan is sleep late, man. Anyway, and I'm sure y'all just know. So Dr. Asha Kisu, member of Parliament, has to tell her fellow opposition members of Parliament to have a seat in relation to her seat in the National Assembly. How dare you call me a squatter and you squat in government for 5 months? More so, after the no confidence motion, the constitution is clear. Once there's a motion of no confidence, once it's passed, 3 months, 3 months. They do all kind of thing, all kind of worries they try, all kind of thing. And still when they lose the election, they are the chief squatters. Now you're trying to come around the doctor funny. The APNU AFC has no moral standing to question the parliamentary legitimacy of Dr. Kisu. No moral standing. They ignored the Constitution. They attempted to rig the 2020 election, not Dr. Kisu. You understand? They should be the last ones complaining about democratic processes when their own track record is filled with constitutional violations from way back when. And you on Dr. Kisu case over. Now, Dr. Kisun continues to sit in the parliament beyond her 91-day period under the joint agreement between the TNM and the LJP. I think that's Leonard Schuman's party. Now, while ANO has raised concerns about their turn being overdue, Kisun's continued presence has sparked internal opposition tensions. And indeed, it shows that the opposition itself as a collective, the cracks show it. Now, the APNU AFC protested against her presence, or I should say, the protest is misguided, as it is an internal matter between the joiner parties, one that they are weaponizing for political mileage. Now, Dr. Ashike Sood was the second opposition MP to support Budget 2025 following Geeta Chanda and Edmonds. She called out the toxic, vindictive politics of the opposition, saying that a national budget should unite rather than divide. She also questioned whether free thinkers even exist in the opposition anymore, challenging the automatic rejection of the budget. Now, coming back to what the real benefits are and why the budget must be supported. Dr. Kisun commended the government's efforts in including the expansion of housing schemes and water treatment plants. She also did something that the opposition don't do, make sensible recommendations or proposals. What did she propose? An interest-free loan for young homeowners and reducing the minimum application age from 21 to 18 to benefit more young people, right? Dr. Kisun also spoke highly of the government's investment in advanced medical technology and the introduction of healthcare vouchers. Again, making recommendations, she urged the government to set up medical funding systems for crucial surgeries. For example, I listened to Curtis too much. For example, for so many neurosurgery and things like that. Since many persons who have these issues usually have to rely on social media for fundraising to cover costs. She went on to say she's supportive of the gas energy project, as this project is transformational in nature and is contradicting the repeated criticism of the initiative by her, well, not her, but the other opposition members of the AP and UAFC. She acknowledged the significant progress in education and nourishment, further solidifying the PPPC's commitment to nationwide development. Now, you have to understand, the AP and AFC, they like to use smear tactics and buzzwords. Dr. Kisun dismissed accusations about friends, family, and favorites, highlighting Melanie, go and do your work. You hear me? You go and do your work. Right, but she spoke about the friends, family, and favorites thing, highlighting how such rhetoric victimizes hardworking professionals across the sectors. We have examples of friends, family, and favorites on both sides, opposition and in the government, PVP and PNC. We have examples of this, right? Keith Lowenfield was a friend, family, and favorite of the opposition, right? The advisor from Jamaica was a friend, family, and favorite of the opposition that gets heels money that we never get. The guy who owned the drug barn in Albion or Charleston, wherever that George Norton was paying $12 million a month for, he was a friend, family, and favorite. The MP salary, the minister's salary that they raised 50%, they were friends, family, and favorites of themselves. The fact that they could write off the money owned by Malik Enterprise Inc. or whatever the Housing Congress place, the only reason that they can get away with that right now is because it's friends, family, and favorites playing there at City Hall. And we know who runs City Hall. His friends, family, and favorites make bangles, bear, cheek, and bracelet this year, and we like the hair ain't good. His friends, family, and favorites make the AP and UAFC close down the sugar estates and send all them people home. It's because they like you. You are their friend, they hold you as a family, and you're one of their favorite persons to be around. That's why they send y'all home during the period. That's why they send only CSOs during the period. Because they love the CSOs. And as one of the MPs said in the parliament, if you look at it, the friends, family, and favorites of the PPP is the children who go into school to go and lead this country in the future. The friends, family, and favorites of the PPP are the persons in the joint services who got to go out on the night and ensure we safe, ensure the prisoners do the time, and go out with fire, law enforcement, go and defend the borders. Those are the friends, family, and favorites of the PPP. You understand? The people who want dialysis, the people who are differently abled, those are the friends, family, and favorites of the PPP. All them people who in them young professional houses now, all them people who getting all them subsidized house, Latin house, low income house, middle income house, high income house. That's what category they got? Middle income, middle income, high income, young professional, remigrant. Gosh, I think I got a couple more. Turnkey. Those people who are benefiting from those things are friends, family, and favorites of this air-friendly administration. The thousands of teachers and Guyanese, ordinary Guyanese on the Gold program right now are friends, family, and favorites of this and previous PPP administrations. All them people who are going through BIT, all the people who get in tourism training, all those people who are given help through the Small Business Bureau, friends, family, and favorites of the PPP. All them 2,000 new contractors, small contractors, friends, family, and favorites of the PPP. You understand what I'm trying to show you? The tributers tax that come off on minors. The duty on the vehicles that this administration had to take back off, because they put duty on all them ATVs and everything that the people use into mine and forestry. Those are the friends, family, and favorites. Everybody who looking out their window, busting the door, and seeing that new concrete road there that you don't have to hop, skip, and jumps and slide through the mud on a rainy day. Those are the friends, family, and favorites. All the Guyanese will use that New Demerara River crossing. Those are the friends, family, and favorites. Every Guyanese who will stop complaining about blackout. Every Guyanese who will stop complaining about blackout when the gas energy project is completed. Those are the persons who are the friends, family, and favorites of this administration that's currently at working. And you know something with this blackout? If some of y'all report your neighbor who thief in light, or some of y'all yourself who thief in light, you can put less pressure on the system, because remember, GBL could only cater for who they got on their system. You understand me? GBL could only cater for who they got registered as persons who pay a light bill and registered for light. Quite a few people in this country thief in light. And putting pressure on the system. And even in some cases, thieving the light and bridging connection and causing feedback and blackouts in areas. Then we got wild people who just drive and live down the land and post like the hair ain't good. So please, it's not always GPL. It's not always GPL. And again, half of you who complaining about the blackout, y'all complain about the people who you know thief in light to your community and adding pressure to the system and not contributing. Y'all go to GPL and tell them, I bet you if we get 50% of the people who thief in light off the grid, we've got less blackouts. You gotta remember, GPL said, okay, I need 100. Hypothetically speaking, that's not 100 megawatts is not going to need the power of the capital city or the country. We need 100 megawatts because we got 10,000 people on the grid, businesses and homes, right? Based on their assessment. And that's where they go and purchase and put in. Good. The 100 megawatts there for the 10,000 people, and they got the ability to put 5,000 more people on the grid, right? But guess what? 10,000 register, you could put 5,000, but you got 7,000 teeth in line. So in real time, you got 17,000 people on the grid with a power supply that had the capacity overall is supplying 15,000 households. So again, it's not always GPL. It's not always GPL fault. Anyway, now they were calls to the APNU AFC to stop vilifying public servants who are dedicated to their jobs. Dr. Kissoon also urged the Ministry of Public Works to ensure better quality control in construction projects. And she highlighted the need for contractors to be held accountable for subpar work that fails to meet national standards. I must say, without a shout of a drum, the government has been doing that. We heard during Minister Malik Chan's presentation, where she highlighted several contracts were cancelled with contractors. Mind you, those contracts that were cancelled all went through the public tender process and not like David Patterson and his skill friend and his bridge, his Worries Bridge that had to open still with what 3 lanes, retarded Patterson. Retarded big man. But anyway, my point is, you got an even assessment of her thoughts on the budget. She made wonderful recommendations to the administration, and y'all leave Dr. Kissoon alone. Is that still on the National Assembly? So Norton, the Honorable Father Abraham proudly admits PNC's devastating economic legacy. Aubrey Norton agreed and admitted to PNC's devastating economic legacy, proudly admitting that the PNC government restricted essential food items in the 1970s, showing zero remorse for the suffering caused. No, this statement I'm saying to y'all this morning confirms the PNCA that this PNCA, PNU, AFC still believes in backward oppressive policies that hurt the people of Guyana. His comment proves that they have learned nothing from their disastrous economic history and would repeat the same policies if given the chance. So I am begging Guyanese to have sense. You could imagine Norton banning certain imports right now. Now, you have to understand that the PNC literally starved the nation. The Burnham-led PNC government banned basic food staples, flour, oh Jesus, flour, split peas, potatoes, sardines, and things like that, forcing Guyanese to live under food scarcity. Guyanese people were arrested for having basic food like flour and wheat, treated like criminals for trying to feed their family. Could you believe Guyanese citizens had to hide food, even bury sardine cans in the backyard out of fear of persecution? You could imagine you go and buy a mackerel or a sardine, or you get one and you have to bury it in the yard. You can't even throw it in the bin because if somebody see it, they might get locked up. I'm saying this to you. The only proud moment in that era was when Guyanese rejected the PNC at the polls after decades of economic and social hardships. You understand me? No, it's always good to look at the two parties and how they operate. And I often say one has economic mismanagement and one deals with economic growth. Under the PNC, Guyanese suffered from hyperinflation, food shortage, and poverty. Well, today, under the PPPC, this administration is delivering economic transformation and prosperity. While the PNC banned food, the PPPC has ensured an abundant food supply, created agricultural wealth, and made Guyana the Caribbean's food hub. The PPP government has invested in food security, cutting VAT on essential goods, subsidizing agriculture, and trying its best to keep food prices stable. The APNU AFC failed Guyana's Guyanese from 2015 to 2020, raising taxes, cutting subsidies, and failing to create jobs. And you must always look at the two. What this one do, what this one do, what this one do, what this one do. And you compare it. It's right there glaring for you to see. So Norton's statement, in my view, confirms the APNU AFC that they would bring back these failed restrictive policies if they regain power. While the world moved forward, the PNC government took Guyana backward, causing hardships and poverty. The fact that Norton openly says he is proud of these policies shows that the APNU AFC has no vision for a prosperous Guyana. And I say this without fear, favor, affliction, or ill will. Guyanese will never go back to the era of flour ban, food shortage, and dictatorship. Never. 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 Impossible. 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 It's impossible. You understand me? Never. We going back to that. The PPPC government is delivering food security, economic stability, and progress. The PNC, APNU, AFC was and still is proud of starving Guyanese people. Guyana has moved forward, and Norton just reminded us why we can never go back. Right? Why we as a people can never go back to them. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here today. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for all the persons joining me on the live. Do remember to share so we can get my content out. Leave your comments in the comment section, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. And like, share, and subscribe to content. Right? Really, really happy to be with you guys this week. Looking forward for us to get the ball rolling again on Monday. We are working on the content that we had promised you guys for this year in terms of other like programming that you can tune into. That this program is basically political. I try to keep it like go the social line, but we end up right back at politics. I don't know what we're gonna start it out, but we have new programming coming up for you guys, and it will be announced shortly. Morning to all the persons in the comment section. Pam, Shakila Bridgewell can beat me up. I see she called me yesterday. I was supposed to call her back and forget, but I'm gonna call you today. Guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Continue to be safe. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace, it's all about love, it's all about one guy.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees.